This episode of Joe's Retro Radio is brought to you by Wishing Stars Native Creations, Fine Art Today, and Marshall Woodworking. Check out these companies and many more by going to the Friends page at tinyurl.com/Gunther's House or tinyurl.com/Gunther Mobile. Good Tuesday evening, my friends. Welcome to Joe's Retro Radio for November 26, 2013. And coming up, of course, this Thursday is Thanksgiving here in the United States of America. And on tonight's episode of Joe's Retro Radio, we go back to Thanksgiving's past during the golden days of radio. And I have 4 shows selected for tonight's program. The first part is the Jack Benny program, which this episode originally aired November 28th, 1937. And in that episode, Jack cooked the turkey. The second part of tonight's program will take us to the Burns and Allen show that originally aired on November 18th, 1940 on NBC Radio. The third installment is Life with Luigi that aired on CBS Radio on November 20th, 1951. And finally, we'll finish off tonight with an hour-long episode of the new Edgar Bergen Hour that aired on November 27th, 1955. Now, starting off with the Jack Benny program, this time around the gang talks about their Thanksgiving at the start of the show, and later on in the program, Jack attempts to sell his beloved Maxwell. And the Jell-O program starring Jack Benny, again, was broadcast Sunday evenings from 7 to 7:30 Eastern Time over the NBC Radio Network, with the show originating from radio station WJZ in New York City. The returning cast members for the 36-37 season were Jack Benny as the Master of Ceremonies, Mary Livingston as the MC's girlfriend, Don Wilson as the announcer, and Kenny Baker as the tenor vocalist. Debuting that year are the orchestra leader Phil Harris and Eddie Anderson, first as a train porter, and then as the famous Rochester. But we're going to go back to November 1937, November 28th, 1937, on the first part of this program. And here is the Jack Benny program.
J-E-L-L-O. The Jell-O program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston and Phil Harris and his orchestra. The orchestra opens the program with Go South, Young Man, from the Cotton Club Review. Whether it's a company dinner or just a regular family affair, any meal will be a greater success if it's topped off with a delicious dessert. And no dessert is more delicious or more popular than Jell-O. Jell-O is a grand dessert, easy to prepare, swell to look at, and luscious to taste. Jell-O is crammed with extra rich fruit flavor, a true fruit goodness that rivals the flavor of fresh, ripe fruit itself. But remember this, there's only one Jell-O, and only Jell-O brings you that special extra rich fruit flavor. So, if you want to top your dinner with a dessert that will be an assured success, serve Jell-O. But be sure you get genuine Jell-O. Don't accept any substitutes. Look for the big red letters on the box. They spell Jell-O. That was Go South, Young Man, from the Cotton Club Review. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we bring you a man who every Sunday night at this same time walks up to the microphone, looks it square in the eye, and says,
Hello again. This is Jack Benny talking. Thank you. Well, Don, that was a cute opening. That was a nice introduction, and nice teamwork, too, I thought. You and I certainly work well together, don't we?
Oh, yes, we do, Jack. It's remarkable the way we seem to balance each other.
What was that, Don?
I say it's remarkable the way we balance each other.
I think so. course, we would have a little trouble on a seesaw. Say, Don, can you imagine the both of us on a seesaw? Me way up in the clouds and you down on the... Gee, it makes me dizzy. Oh, boy.
Well, Jack, do you want me to...
Oh, don't you dare! My feet are flat enough now. Anyway, Don, we're too old to be playing around on a seesaw.
Yeah, let's go over to the sand pile.
Oh, let's drop this silly talk. We're getting a little bit goofy.
Aren't we all? Hello, Jack.
Well, Kenny, of all people, what are you doing here?
Well, I was on my way to the movies and I got lost.
Well, you couldn't have got lost in a better place. We can use you here.
Yeah. Say, Jack, I want to thank you for inviting me over to your house for Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, that's all right, Kenny. You're always welcome.
And I want to thank you, too, Jack, and I also want to congratulate you for cooking that big dinner all by yourself.
Oh, it was nothing, Don. I always do that. You may not know this, but I'm considered to be quite a cook.
Oh, you are?
Oh, for years I've been known as Prudence Benny of Beverly Hills. And my pies. You know, I'm famous for my lemon meringue.
Meringue? Well, that's meringue.
Oh, is that the way it's pronounced? Oh, gee, you learn something every day. Huh?
Well, so you cooked the Thanksgiving dinner all by yourself, eh, Jack?
Yes, Phil, with my very own hands. Why didn't you come? Did you have a previous engagement?
No, just a hunch.
Oh, well, you missed something. It was a grand meal. We had all the trimmings and everything you wanted to drink. Everything.
Gee, everybody else had wine with each course, and you made me drink milk.
Well, Kenny, you're too young. Besides, milk is good for you. Milk goes with anything.
Doesn't go with my brown suit.
Well, the turkey was good, wasn't it?
Say, Jack, don't tell me you served that old bird Andy Devine gave you last week.
Yes, Phil, and it was all right, wasn't it, Don?
Well, it surprised me, Jack. That turkey looked so tough, and yet it turned out so tender. What did you do?
I cooked it with a blowtorch. That did it.
A blowtorch? That's a fine way to cook a turkey. Why didn't you put it in the oven?
I tried to, Phil, but it kept jumping out all the time. I can't understand it either. I put paperweights in the dressing. Oh, hello, Mary.
Hello, kitchen mechanic.
Well, Mary, did you giving dinner?
No kidding. How was it, Mary?
Oh, it was swell. We had everything from soup to bicarbonate of soda. And what mashed potatoes.
I'll say.
They were so lumpy, Jack had to serve them in the sugar bowl.
I didn't have to. I was short of dishes.
Gee, I thought those mashed potatoes were swell. They were so nice and tan.
Yeah.
Tan potatoes?
Well, the stove was crowded, and I had to cook them under the sun lamp.
Oh.
Anyway, the turkey was delicious. I got a wing, and it was swell.
I got a leg, and it kicked me.
Oh, it did?
I got a neck with a collar button in it.
Why don't you stay out of the kitchen, Jack? That's a woman's job.
Now, Phil, that's the most ridiculous thing you've ever said. That's ridiculous. Men are better in everything. Our greatest cooks are men. Our greatest dress designers are men. Our greatest dancers are men. Our greatest... What are you laughing at?
When you get to Mother's, watch out.
Well, the greatest fathers are men. Got that over. Anyway, it's a fine thing to come to my house for dinner and criticize it. That was real home cooking. Why, you never tasted such rolls in all your life.
Boy, were they...
Not.
I had to jack mine up to butter it.
A fine appreciation after the trouble I went to. I work and slave over a hot stove, and what do I get?
Oh, Jack, now what's the matter with you? They're only kidding. Why, everybody had a good time and enjoyed the dinner.
Oh, no, they didn't. And here's something else I wasn't going to mention, but I will now. This'll fix you guys. I had 5 people to dinner, and 6 spoons were missing. 6?
I took 2.
Well, give me one back. Don't be a pig.
Do you want the one from the Brown Derby?
No, the one from the Ambassador, I've got a set. And now if you fellas are all through heckling my dinner, maybe we can have a selection from the orchestra. Play, Phil. For 2 cents, I tear up my cookbook.
You can stop me from kissing you. You can stop me from cuddling too. You can treat me mean, honey, that's all right. But I'll get even with you tonight, 'cause you can't stop me from dreaming. You can stop me, make me listen to your command. You can say no, no, honey, that's all right. But I'll get even with you tonight, 'cause you can't stop me from dreaming. From 1 o'clock till 9, I'll dream you're mine. I'll steal a kiss, just see what you're going to miss. You can stop me romancing you. You're the boss now, but we're not through. Just turn me down, honey, that's all right, 'cause I'll get even with you tonight, 'cause you can't stop me from dreaming.
Can't Stop Me from Dreaming, played by the orchestra with a vocal chorus by Phil Harris. Phil, that was quite a surprise. I didn't know you were going to slip in a solo there. Did you, Kenny?
No, I didn't either.
Oh, it was just a sudden impulse.
It was, eh? What made you sing?
I'm mad at the piano player, and he hates my voice.
Oh, well, you certainly fixed him. What are you mad at him for?
Oh, he tells everybody that I don't know how to lead an orchestra.
Why, that's unreasonable.
Oh, it's reasonable, all right, but I don't like it.
Well, I don't blame you, Phil. I know how you feel. There are people right on this program who think they know more about comedy than I do.
Yeah.
Kenny. But it's true, Phil. Everybody wants to be a comedian. They all think they can get laughs.
I know, Jack, but for real laughs, none of us can top that Maxwell of yours. Boy, that's really terrific.
Yeah?
Oh, by the way, Jack, how's the old tub behaving?
Oh, it's all right, Don. I've had no trouble, but I think I'm going to get rid of it.
Get rid of it? Why?
Oh, because nobody has respect for private property anymore. That's why.
Tell them what they did to your car, Jack.
What happened?
Oh, it burns me up just thinking about it.
Now, what was it, Jack?
Well, I stopped in the store for a cigar, and when I came out, somebody had written on my car, Lulu loves Butch. Gee, I was mad.
Lulu loves Butch. That's awful.
I didn't mind that so much, but I don't even know the people.
Well, it's your own fault, Jack. You brought it on yourself when you put that sign on the back of your car.
Oh.
Sign? Well, what does it say, Mary?
Tune in on Jack Benny every Sunday night.
Well, that's legitimate advertising.
And so is this. Ladies and gentlemen, Jell-O is America's favorite dessert. It is economical, easy to make, and comes in 6 delicious flavors. Strawberry, raspberry, cherry, orange, lemon, and lime.
Burns me up. Why don't Butch and Lulu get their own thing?
Oh, forget about Butch and Lulu.
Well, anyway, I'm going to get rid of it. Did you for Mary?
Yes, here it is.
Oh.
For sale or exchange, Maxwell Touring Car. All modern features, including self-starter and one-man top. Excellent view, only 3 blocks from the station.
Say, well, what's that got to do with it?
My uncle sold a house that way.
Oh, I see.
Car in first-class condition, owner satisfied, but could feel better.
It's a fine ad. Huh?
Write, wire, or phone, Jack Benny, care of Lonely Hearts Club, Hollywood.
I don't belong to that anymore. Anyway, that ad ought to bring some results.
Say, Jack,
Yeah.
I can't understand what you want to sell your car for.
Why?
Gosh, you've only had it a little while, and you're always bragging about it and fussing over it and going around with it all the time.
Well,
And now you want to part with it.
yes, I do.
Gee, you're fickle.
Well, Kenny, if you're so interested in my car, why don't you take it off my hands?
Oh, I might at that. What do you want for it, Jack?
Well, let me see. Well, Kenny, would $95 be too much?
Hades, yes.
Oh, it would. Well, if you're really interested in my car, maybe I can shave it a little.
Oh, don't bother fixing it up.
Well, Kenny, I can see that you don't want a car, so forget about it.
Well, I'll think it over while I'm singing my song.
Yeah, do that. What are you going to sing, Kenny?
Moon over Manakura from the picture Hurricane.
Well, that's a beautiful number and right up your alley. Oh, wait a minute. Come in.
Mr. Benny,
Yes?
are you the party who had an ad in the paper regarding a Maxwell?
Yes, I am. Are you in the market?
I was, but I got out just in time. Goodbye.
Now, there's a lucky fellow. Sing, Kenny.